Hello and welcome and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to enter a standard champs qualifier, I think is the name of it, which is 5 rounds. So I'm going to bring you 5 rounds of videos today. I'm queuing up with this Sphinx's Tutelage deck. It's a sweet enchantment from Magic Origins. Allows you to mill your opponent whenever you draw a card. And if you mill 2 cards of the same color, you repeat the process. And then you can pay 6 mana to draw a card and then discard a card. So this deck is just to try to... The point of the deck is just to try to keep your opponent off of you by playing cards like Anger of the Gods, Whelming Wave, Roast, Send to Sleep, and then play lots of card draw, like Magnetic Insight, Tormenting Voice, Monastery Siege, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time. We even have El Helmerit's Archive to double our draw spells. Jace is really sweet in this deck. Just it's easy to flip, and then I've like played Treasure Cruise and flashback Treasure Cruise in the same turn, and that's a really cool feeling. It's really great. So yeah, all we're trying to do is just stay alive while milling out our opponent. We have 27 lands because we need to make our land drops, plus we have to have cards to discard to Tormenting Voice and also Magmatic Insight. We have 4 Swiftwater Cliffs, 4 Temple of Epiphanies, 5 Mountains, 4 Islands, 4 Shivan Reefs, 4 Radiant Fountains for more life gain, and then Pluto Delta and Bloodstained Mire to help with Delve, and also with Jace Vern's Prodigy to flip. In the sideboard we have a Null. This deck's kind of popular online, so it's good in the mirror, it's good against the Thopter deck. 1 Disperse, 1 Encase Knives, 4 Negates. I usually bring in Negate in most matchups, just because usually if they have answers, it's spell-based. So it's just usually really good. It's a really good sideboard card. Another Whelming Wave. It's good against the green decks, just bounce all their stuff. It's like Seismic Rupture for the weenie decks, and also a Fire Impulse for decks with small creatures that maybe have haste, where like Whelming Wave and Roast are a little too slow or clunky. So this is the deck, and we're going to try it out. Welcome to round 1. We're on the draw. This hand's fine. We can go turn 1 Temple, turn 2 Jace, turn 3 like Tormenting Voice or Magmatic Insight, flip Jace if we need to or want to. So we'll keep this. Alright, so Monored. It's not the worst matchup, not as bad as you'd think. But it is difficult, definitely not an easy one. So play our Temple. Just having 4 Angers though makes it like... Oh, I meant to put that on the bottom. Oh well, we have cards to discard for Tormenting Voice and Insight. It's good to have like enough lands where you can discard lands, but then not get screwed. I had to discard like my only land in my hand on turn 3, and like because you need to cycle those. So I think we Tormenting Voice here. Actually, we can Insight tap land and then we're digging for Anger of the Gods. Playing Jace is risky because you can just get Searing Blood in. So we did draw Anger, so that's good. Let's play Cliff, say go. So just hope they like, extend. Yep, that's good. I mean, we're taking a ton of damage, but I'd let him do that now, I think. So we're going to 10, but he has no creatures in play, only 2 cards in hand. And we can apply Tormenting Voice away some of these Tormenting Voices. So we're in okay shape. I'd like to draw like maybe, we need to draw some like Radiant Fountains, that'd be great. Hangerback. Alright, well let's voice away some voices. Let's see, we'll have 5 cards in our graveyard. Want to be able to keep open double blue. So I can actually... So 1 mana short of either Dig Through Time or Treasure Cruise. So we'll just play Jace. He has 1 card in hand. If it's not a burn spell, we're in pretty good shape. This is annoying. Alright, well we'll take it. That means we get flip Jace and plus here. Another Hangerback. Alright, let's draw and discard. Hope to find another... Actually, we just get Flashback Anger. Don't think we don't have time for the second Jace. I don't want to like play into play into Searing Blood. We could voice first if we hit an untap land where it can do both, but if we miss, it's just really bad. And can't quite Treasure Cruise. So what's the second ability on this one? Spells your opponent's control cost a permanent. Target you or permanent control costs 2 more cast. So we could play that, but he already has 4 lands. That just prevents, like, Stoke the Flames. Ooh, that's pretty good. We can Treasure Cruise now, and actually I kind of want to play that on naming dragons. That seems fine. We have like enough card draw. So we drew Tutelage, so I think we're just gonna jam that. Alright, that's kind of bad for us. I assume this is a burn spell in his hand. So we milled just 2, I think. Let's see. I think we Tormenting Voice, discarding Roast. Then we can Tormenting Voice, discarding Polluted Delta. We need to try to hit a. Whoa, we milled a lot there that time. We try to hit a Radiant Fountains. And we could have just discarded that to Magnetic Insight, but then we had to hit a land in order to Treasure Cruise. I think this is fine. Kind of risky. I probably should have just discarded that. So we're at 4. I think this is Stoke the Flames in his hand, so we need a land. Gain life land. Whelming Wave's not what I wanted. Guess we'll actually dig through time. So there's a Radiant Fountain and a Swiftwater Cliffs. I'm actually going to play Radiant Fountain and play Monastery Siege, choosing dragons. So that's the one I want to choose, right? Yeah, target you. Okay. I'll just say go. Next turn we can play Archive, gain 2, draw some cards. It was Wild Slash, okay. So if he's in the Wild Slash, we're dead, but okay, he doesn't. So is that what we want to do, or we just want to try and mill him out? He only has 23 cards left. We only have 1 card in our graveyard. Let's see, 3, go like this. I think we're gonna Insight again. Just play this. So hopefully he can't kill us. Alright, we'll go to 1. Oh, he conceded. Oh, that's such a good feeling. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I said, anger is really good, and it just gave us enough time. He didn't really draw like a. So there's Searing Bloods. Holding Outbursts, Hangerbacks. Alright, let's go sideboarding. It's funny, he Searing Blood the Jace, and I think if he went to our we would die, but then again, of course, we'd had a Jace and been different. Alright, so I don't want Whelming Waves in this matchup. I don't think I have time for like so much delve. We definitely want all these Fire Impulses, Seismic Ruptures. Jace was good there, but they're too risky. If he had a Searing Blood, we just would have lost instantly. Put in the negates. Cuts. Either Send to Sleep or Roast. Archive I usually cut like most matchups just because I don't feel like I ever need it. Maybe against like a really grindy matchup where the double card draw matters. So I think we want to cut the Roast. Now we have Fire Impulses and their Sorcery Speed. Like that game Roast wouldn't have done anything at the end. So let's try this out. So yeah, winning the first game against Monored always feels really good. Alright, well we have a turn 3 Anger, we have Negate, and we have 3 life in our lands. So that's good. Foundry Streets. We're just going to play our Temple first. We'll see if Archive does anything. Don't want that. Say go. This is a pretty good hand. Just like having the Anger in your opening hand is just crazy good. He missed his land drop, so we're just going to play our tap land. Say go. I'm going to try to hold this Radiant Fountain. If we draw another land, we can wait till turn 6 after we Almerits. Alhammerits? I'm probably saying that wrong. I'll probably get a mention in the comments about that. Alright, we could Fire Impulse here, but I'm just going to take the 3 and then Anger the Gods. So yeah, we do have that land. We haven't drawn any of our cycle, like Tormenting Voices, but I think we're actually in really good shape. Our opponent is just really stuck on mana. And they don't have a play here, so they have no more creatures. Alright, so we're going to actually play that this time, naming... you draw cards at the first one. So this works with that. We're going to name a Cons this time. Dragons be really safe, I really just want to go through my deck. So that's a combo. We draw an extra card with Alhammerits. Alright, he just conceded. Yeah, it wasn't looking too good for our opponent. We draw on Tutelage next turn, probably discarded. I don't know, maybe negate, play the Shivan Reef, play Archive, go crazy. Alright, well that was round 1. That was really easy. It's time for round 2, and we're on the draw. This hand's fine. We can Insight turn 1 maybe, look for a tap land. Or we can just wait till after we cast Tutelage because we have the mana for it. Kind of sucks we don't have a tap land. You always just want to lead off with those. It makes things so much easier. We'll keep. Basic Swamp. Let's drew Roast. I think we can just wait. We can just cast Tutelage turn 3. 2 Swamps. Is this like Monoblack aggro? Thoughtseize? Okay, well there's the Tutelage. Now we have to start cycling, I think. Definitely we need to try to hit another Tutelage or some more card advantage. Took Anger. Interesting, so it's definitely like a Monoblack aggro deck. Let's do another Tutelage. But he hasn't played any creatures yet, so he doesn't have a 1-drop. It's very interesting. Very interesting to see what's going on here. Liliana. Okay. I don't think I care about killing that. I could play like a flesh. So you could play a flesh bag to flip it, but I just want to. I don't want that to happen. I just want to roast it. I'm not gonna break my fetch, or like I don't mind drawing a land, even though it's such a small percentile. So we play Liliana. He's Monoblack. Nothing else. So I'll just play Tutelage here. I think we have a good chance to win this. Seems like could be a good matchup for us. Really want to draw a land. Yeah. If he is just Monoblack, without Perilous Fault, they have no way to remove this off the table. I guess there's also Ugin, but I don't think that's it. If he wants to Thoughtseize Anger the Gods and he has Liliana, discard Minor. Okay, and that I guess. Erebos' Titan. Interesting. We could Tutelage, but I'd rather just draw some cards. We Torment and Voice away the Magnetic Insight. Dark Petition. Okay, so we'll Treasure Cruise now. So just fill up our hand. Play the dual land, because I think that's probably more relevant. Next turn we can Tutelage into a Tormenting Voice. We'll discard Whelming Wave. Let's see, Cyan Blood, Erebos' Titan, Brutal Horde Chief. So just kind of mono black deck. Interesting. I assume he has like spot removal stuck in his hand. Like I haven't really seen anything where Anger would be that good against. I like Horde Chief and Liliana. That's not that good. It's really interesting. Like I said, I think this is a good matchup. Mono Black doesn't really have that much ways to interact. The Tutelage, once it's in play, obviously it can make us discard it. But if we just like resolve it, we're in great shape. Whip. Okay, that's actually pretty bad for us. But I think we can mill him out pretty quickly here. Let's play Radiant Fountain. Might as well just gain some life. Discard Basic Mountain. Do another Tutelage. Despoiler, okay. So we can whip back like Titan, we take 5, Horde Chief, we take 4. Liliana, if he has a way to flip it. Bloodstock Champion. Okay, so it's just like a mono black devotion type deck. I didn't see any Nykthos. Okay, it's just like mono black good cards. If we get Mind Rotted again, I'm gonna just call like Whelming Wave and Island. Play to swamp that turn. Keep the Scryland in the Tutelage. Dark Petition, okay. So we can cast a lot of things here. I don't know what he's looking for. Maybe he's gonna play like just to play a Titan. Looking for like more Tormenting Voice cards or Magnetic Insight. Treasure Cruise is good, but we can't really cast it right now. So just kind of want more like the red cyclers. We could also just like activate Tutelage, get another 4 mills. Massive leeches, okay. He has 12 cards left. Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, he just conceded. I was just gonna activate Tutelage again. Thoughtseize, Bloodsoaked, Spoilers. Interesting. Just mono black. So I think the Angers are still fine. Maybe I don't want to send to sleep, so that could be good too. Definitely want negates. I actually saw no like spot removal from him in his graveyard. It's very interesting. So I don't know what I want to take out, or what I want to put in. I assume he's gonna bring Duresses. He already has. I definitely want negates because he has Mind Rots. To get like the roasts. Yeah, like I usually take out Archive. That could be good in this matchup though. Take out some Angers. He does have a lot of cheap creatures. I probably want those. Maybe I just don't want the Whelming Waves. The roast could be good against his 5/5s. We'll try this out. Alright, this is fine. Turn 2 Jace. Turn 3 Anger. Maybe not. Bloodsoak Champion, okay. Depending on a start, we could just turn it, like not play Jace and just turn 3 Anger. Don't need another land, we have plenty right now. We can also turn 2 Jace, turn 3 Tormenting Voice, turn 4 Anger. Well, there's the rest. It probably takes the Anger. Okay, so definitely playing Jace now. Yep. So now we're playing Jace. I think I want to fetch out a Mountain. I want to flip this as soon as possible because the plus seems good and being able to flashback Anger seems great. So we can actually flip it next turn with the Tormenting Voice. I think we're in good shape. Like this matchup feels good. So we take 2 here. Sign in Blood, okay, that's fine. So we're going to discard basic Mountain to this Tormenting Voice. Then we're going to loot, discard this other basic Mountain. Plus here, play our land. Having a Planeswalker play in turn 3 is pretty good feeling. Like, I really underestimated Jace in the spoiler. Like, it's just very powerful. And we can Treasure Cruise next turn, or we can flashback Anger. Like, we have a lot of options. There's Erebos' Titan. I think I cut the roast, but I think that's still fine. Let's see. We have enough to like play Cliffs, play Treasure Cruise, and like plus here. I did cut the Whelming Waves. Maybe I didn't want to cut all that. I don't know. Like Send to Sleep seems good too. So we can either Treasure Cruise or Siege. I think I actually want to Siege first. Name cons. Could name dragons, just like protect ourselves from like Mind Rots, but I don't know. So I think I do want Whelming Waves. So I feel like I don't know. He only has like this and the leeches that are big stuff. I think this is smaller. We'll see what happens when we go back to sideboarding. So this game might not be in our favor just because I can't actually deal with the Titan. It's indestructible because like we have no creatures in our deck. So we definitely need Whelming Waves to beat it. We'll see. I don't know. Like I really don't know how this is going to play out. So we're going to loot off this. Hopefully we hit Tutelage next turn so we can cruise after we play Tutelage. Opponent is thinking. Jason, I assume Jason can take 5. He could just go to us. That's whatever. So now we can like send his sleep also. Yeah, he's just attacking us. We can emblem. That's a good way to like. I've emblemed someone before. It's pretty insane. Okay, there is a tutelage. Discard the tap land. We don't have enough to tutelage, cruise, and send a sleep. I think I want a tutelage and cruise. We'll take 7, go to 5. And send a sleep though like buys us so much time. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Actually, like we might not be able to have a kicker to send a sleep, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna send a sleep on his turn. Maybe negates. We are 2 turns off making an emblem. I think at that point it's gonna be hard to lose. Yeah, roast actually wouldn't be that good because we can never roast this guy unless we have a Jason play. Dark Petition. Okay. So he gets a 3-man off of it. Because he has the spell mastery. This card's pretty good. Like, it seems really weak, just like a 5-mana tutor, but the fact that it can be a 2-mana tutor in the late game, and that seems acceptable. So that might see more play. It's definitely a very powerful effect. I think we need to negate this. If he has a mine route, like, we're pretty boned. But we can flashback some stuff. So it's not the end of the world. So he didn't use the mana, so it looks like he just got duress. So let's see if he hits Jace or not. I really kind of want him to. Nope, just going at us. Okay. That's fine. So does have Hero's Downfall. I think we're just going to discard this Tormenting Voice or Magnetic Insight because Treasure Cruise, you know, we already have 2 of them. Ooh, Palaces. That card's insane against us. Treasure Cruise. Make sure to leave an instant in our graveyard. So we have Spell Mastery. Three lands is definitely not what we wanted to see. How much should we draw one of those lands during our upkeep and milled them away? So we get to send a sleep. Hopefully he doesn't have another duress effect. So let's send these guys to sleep. Should be able to mill him out from here if we get to cast his Treasure Cruise. Oh, well, there's Thoughtseize. But we can flash back and cast Treasure Cruise. Depending on what we draw, let's see. Discard the land, I guess. Yeah, so we need a Treasure Cruise here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He only has 19 cards left in his deck. He only has 9 cards left in his deck. Let's see. So we're taking 2. He can't whip anything back. I guess we just keep up negate. We could play this Tutelage, but I'd rather just hold up negate. I'm playing the land because I think we'll need it next turn. Like, we can discard an extra negate during our draw step. Oh crap, does he have 2 spoilers in his graveyard? If he does, we need to play Jace so we can block. Let's see. Bloodstock Champion doesn't matter. There's 1 to spoiler. There's 2 to spoilers. So we actually need to play Jace to block, or else we're dead. Unless he misses it. Okay, he missed it. Woo! I think you can do that anytime, right? Yeah, okay, he could have put those into play. Yeah. Luckily, he missed it. So go to 5. He mills at least 4. We'll discard negates. Only has 4 cards left. So play Tutelage and overkill him. Alright, and we won. Awesome. Great start. We're 2-0. It's round 3. We get to be on the playouts. It's nice. Haven't done that this tournament yet. Alright, so if this is against an aggro deck, we're in great shape. We can keep this. Obviously, just start off the cliffs and say go. Don't want. Alright. Probably Abzan. Probably not going to turn 3 anger, so I'll just Tormenting Voice here away at an island. Alright, well, we have enough angers. Probably discard one of them to the next Tormenting Voice. Fleeceman line? Next Fleece Ram. Oh, okay. So it's against the enchantment deck. It seems like a good matchup. I mean, I guess they have Banishing Lights, so maybe it's not. We'll have to see. Silk Wrap. Dang it, okay. Well, we do have a Knowles. We'll discard an Anger. Play another Jace. Might want to wait to play Tutelage, like in a turn where we can Treasure Cruise. Alright, well, he didn't get rid of Jace immediately. I think we just play Tutelage and start milling. We'll Insight here. We can flashback Magnetic Insight, but then our Jace just dies. I think we'll discard here and just plus, and then maybe next turn we'll do something. This allows us to double anger next turn. If not, we can just like dig. So he's drawing a land. So he's immediately playing something. Still has a land on top. Okay. Eidolon. Yeah, I'm okay with double anger in here. Just clears this stuff up. Seems fine. You don't like. Obviously, we're trying to mill our opponent, but we don't want them to draw too many cards. We already used Jace. So he hasn't hit a Banishing Light yet. We haven't milled any though either. Might try to go for a Jace ultimate. Sigil. Mill 2. Guess we'll dig right now. Alright, so we'll keep the Treasure Cruise and the Insight. The rest on the bottom. So he's going to get an Angel next turn. At least. I think we'll Insight first. And then we can Treasure Cruise. I guess we'll flashback another Insight. And enough for Treasure Cruise. He's down to 23 cards. And we can Insight again. Still haven't hit another Tutelage. Guess we'll get rid of the Temple, keep the untapped land. There's a bunch of lands. We can flashback like a Cruise or Insight next turn. He's only 11 cards left. Yeah, we went crazy that turn. That was a really good turn. Let's see. Starfield. Yeah, he's just dead this turn. We'll flashback Insight. Or Cruise. Cruise mills for 6, and we can cast it. I'll do that. Insight's one less card, but then we have more mana. I think we'll just do Insight. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, well, looks like just like the list I played. Nothing too crazy. Well, he never had a Banishing Light for our Tutelage, and we just went crazy to town. So here, if he has Silk Wraps in, then we probably don't want Jaces. We definitely want Negates and Annuls. Annuls are great in this matchup. So we want some of our like creature disruption. So we'll probably take the Send to Sleeps out, cut out the Angers. Maybe cut a Roast. Whelming Wave seems like it could be good, especially like if he hits up a Starfield, it bounces all his permanents. It's pretty crazy. We'll keep one Roast, and we'll keep the just 2. Being able to roast the Courser is always nice. Might be wrong. Might just want the 3rd Whelming Wave. Anger was fine game 1, but only because we had 2 of them. Alright, we'll double Jace and Siege. And keep this. Our opponent already mulliganed once. Mold to 5. Okay, so we're up a little bit. That's good. Play our Temple first. Negate's good. I think I'm going to keep a land, or also looking for land or like the red cycling cards. Yeah, we'll keep that. Herald's pretty good. We're just going to play Jace. Next turn we can play Siege. It's Insight, okay. It's definitely a way for him to get back into this. There's 2 lands, Arbor Colossus, and he hits those 3. Okay. Can't flip Jace yet, we'll just loot right now. Ooh, discard land. I'm gonna keep up my mana, because next turn we can play Siege with the Null back up, and that seems pretty good. Be able to negate something or null something. He might just play Eidolon. If he has a land, he has to have a green mana. But if he plays Sigil, I really want to counter that. Alright, but no land. I think we'll loot away this Jace. Another blue source is good. Yeah, all this. We'll just keep up the fetch land and play siege, naming cons. So we can't. If we counter something, we can flip Jace next turn, because 3, 4. Oh, no, we can do it no matter what, because this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. And then don't have to worry about Herald anymore, and we have enough counter spells to last for a little bit. So our opponent, like, I think I mentioned, this deck really wants more dual lands. It only has 8. Fetch lands don't count, because, like, he has a double green card in his hand, right, and he can't cast it. I think, like, Sandstep Citadel will be good in this deck. Alright, we drew Tutelage. Okay, perfect. So many negates. They're so good. I think we'll discard 1, though. Play a land. Play Tutelage. Loot. And then plus here. Oh, we have to fetch first. We'll discard extra Treasure Cruise. So there's one Banishing Light gone. So we now have Negate or Null up. And we're milling 4 turns. So I think this game is pretty much locked up at this point. We have more mana, so we'll negate, like, this uses our mana better for negate here. So he does a Starfield, so that cannot resolve. Because then, like, he can just get back all his Banishing Lights and whatnot. We'll discard a land here. We'll cast Treasure Cruise. Oh, did not click. There we go. So this game is in pretty good shape. We'll Insight first, discarding the island, because I guess we have enough mana for the other stuff. We'll plus here. We can play Tutelage and just keep up a null. Yeah, that seems good enough. Then, like, we can, like, flashback inside next turn. He's at 28 cards already. Heralds, that's fine. Me and our Jace are, like, totally pressured now. That's fine. Oh, the discard card. We'll discard the tap land. I'm not even sure if this gets anything. So we have 5 total mountains. Yeah, we still have some mountains left. He has 15 cards left. We'll voice first. We'll just discard this Jace. He has 5 cards left. We'll flashback. We'll fetch. We'll flashback Treasure Cruise. Yep. Alright, 3-0. Great start. This matchup seems a little bit tougher just because they have, like, main deck answers to Tutelage, but he wasn't able to draw in game 1, and then game 2 we had the counterspell for it. After game 1, it seemed like this matchup gets a lot better with the nulls and the negates just counter so much of his deck. Alright, well, 3-0, and hopefully we can finish out. We have 2 more rounds, so hopefully we can win one of them and get to qualify for the Standard Championship. It's round 4 of our qualifier. We win the dice roll again, and we get to play first. This hand's fine. Let's go turn 1, Cliffs, because we don't know what we're playing against. Turn 2, Insight away Mountain, Scry. And keep this. Maybe they'll voice away a voice. Just looking for tutelage. We got enough cycle. Jace will obviously be great. Let's see what our opponent is up to. We could scry, just like bottom any land we see. It's not bad. We went to 6. I think we'll just start with the cliffs. We could also like Tormenting Voice away something turn 2, but I really want to start playing like tap lands to get them on my hand. Alright. Well, now I know what I'm looking for. We'll save these discard like removal. So playing against some kind of blue-black, Sultai, or Esper Dragons. So we'll play the Scryland first. Down the bottom. Discard this. Alright, Jace is fine. Probably gonna die, but it's better than drawing like too much removal. We have more things to discard. Okay, Thoughtseize. Lucky that we don't have a Tutelage in our hand, so we can just like slam Tutelage off the top. It's supposed to be a good matchup, but I find that game ones are pretty hard. I mean, we have dead cards and they have dead cards, but they have counter spells and we don't. It does get better after sideboard, but it only get 4 negates. Let's see what he wants to Thoughtseize here. We're just gonna play Jace next turn. He took a Tormenting Voice. Okay, so he has a removal spell. There's a Scry land. Put a card on the bottom. So I hope we just draw a Tutelage. I saw a blue card like, oh, we got there. Nope, just Ascended Sleep. Don't want that. Let's go. Probably just die immediately. The ultimate in this matchup is actually pretty insane. They can't beat it. To be able to mill out your control opponent is always a great feeling when you do it 5 cards at a time. Put a card on top. Come on, top deck Tutelage. No, but Jace. I'm gonna discard the Send to Sleep. Anger. Yuck. We can play Jace. And we have a dig. The way we lose this matchup is if we, or if they draw Ojutai before we draw Tutelage. Okay, Silumgar's not that bad. It's pretty slow. Guess we'll Insight first in case you draw a Tutelage. Didn't. We can dig through time now to resolve it, but then we get punished by like Thoughtseize. We get punished by counterspell anyways. He missed a land drop. So I guess we just dig now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's a Jace. I think Jason Treasure Cruise. Al Hammer's is pretty good actually. We'll try that. It's pretty risky. I mean, these 2 cards are dead, and we need filter. But Jace is a filter. I'll take Archive. We'll see how that goes. It'll be good like later in the game. It's not that good immediately. So here's Jace number 3. See if it survives. It did. Okay, that's pretty crazy. We can flip it. Seems fine. I want to get these cards on my hand. Let's see. We can flash. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We just play any counter spells if we play Tutelage or Archive. I think we just plus and the next turn. We'll see. Could have been wrong. Could have just needed like Tormenting Voice this turn. Alright, well he didn't have Downfall. So that means if he top decks it, he's just gonna slam it. Still missing lands. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, that's fine. Play Tutelage. So we're in great shape. Our opponent is very mana screwed. Mill 2 lands. I think we'll just loot now. Discard a Roast. We'll save this land for an Insight. Jace. Languish. Scorn. Okay. Dig. Probably. That's fine. Like we have no counterspells main deck, so it doesn't matter. Our opponent's going to resolve whatever they're going to resolve. So probably should hit lands here, because he needs to start playing creatures, or else he can't win. So because of Jace, maybe we want to keep a Roast. We'll just discard the Send to Sleep. Assume that I'm looting next turn. Archive's pretty good with this, because then you get to draw 2 and discard 1. There's a land. Does he have Vault? Nope, he just fetched immediately. We're just going to play Jace here. See what happens. And then if it like... Oh, nothing. Okay. I assume he's just going to get downfalled. So if it, like, he like dissipates it, then we can play Archive. He's digging again. Okay, that's good. That's good for us, I think. Gets us 2 closer to lethal. The fact that we have Tutelage in play already is insane. Like, that's our win condition, and they don't have that many answers to it. Mainly just Archive. Not Archive, Perilous Vaults. And if Jace, like, say he's obviously, I think that's what he's looking for. If Jace survives, then we can flip it. Flashback, a Dig Through Time, or an Insight. Get some mills going. So it's 9 cards in hand. Alright, so it's counterspell up. It's unfortunate, but he still hasn't played a Perilous Vault, and that's how he's going to win this game. I think we just sit back and loot. If we loot in tap line, do I want to do it now? Like a Scry land? Yeah, so might as well just do this now. We could play Siege, but like it plays in counterspells. Like I don't want to do that. Maybe we want to wait for a turn where we can Siege and Archive. I guess we'll discard a Send to Sleep. And we'll play a land. We'll play an island. Okay, discard Ugin. Or we milled Ugin. That's good. And that's one of his ways to kill Tutelage. Alright, so there's another Scorn. So there's already like 2 of those gone. We know he has a dragon in his hand. We can play Siege as bait and then try to play another Tutelage. But I want him to initiate, because like right now we're winning. So I'm just going to say go again. So there's no reason for us to initiate. He's still several turns away from like vaulting in 1 turn. Okay, that's fine by me. You're already down to 21 cards. There's Jace. Okay, that's actually really good because we can roast that. And then if he counters it, that's fine. We'll discard the mountain because the game line might be useful because it's going to come down to dragons trying to kill us. Okay, so discard here. Discard Languish. Two, four, six, seven. We're 1 mana short of trying to cast all these, but we can do this. 2, 4, 5, 6. We have enough to just activate this. I think that's better than playing Tutelage. Because he could, if he has another Ugin, he can play Ugin next turn. We're in great shape. Alright, he just conceded. Okay, cool. Now it gets better for us. Also gets better for opponent, but I think it gets better for us because we have so many dead cards. So, in this matchup, because he has Jace, I kind of want to bring Fiery Impulses in, just because it's a good answer to that. We have no, like, we don't have that many good ways to deal with the Planeswalker once it's flipped. We can only disperse it, and we can't counter Jace with Negate or Null. So take out these, take out the Angers. Take out the Send the Sleeps and the Roasts. Want all the Negates. Disperse. We can bring in a Null. It's not that good. I like Fire Impulse. So we have like one flex spot. We can bring in one Null. Just because he has Jace, like Impulse is relevant. We're on the draw. Alright, we can keep this. We don't have an answer to turn 2 Jace, but we only have 4 of them in the deck. Our opponent Mulligan, we're going to keep. Put a card on bottom. Double Tutelage is good. That could be... I'm going to keep that. I'd rather have seen Negate there. Okay, tap land. I kind of want that just in case Jace comes down. This Null might be dead, but I think he has Perilous Vaults. I didn't see any white sources out of him. Really hope Ashiok doesn't come down. It's going to be really bad for us. But I think we can mill faster than he can. If he plays Ashiok, we get to resolve a Tutelage. Yep. And we can bounce it at some point. So we lost that anyways. So Jace is really, or Ashiok's really good against us, but I think we can mill faster. Nothing too important yet. We have no card draw though, no cycle. We are behind, and he's going to be able to ultimate this probably. We're going to end a turn, try to bounce this, I think. If he counters this, then we get to resolve the other Tutelage. Clash of Wills. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, that's perfect. I was like, I really hope we draw a cycle here. Just so we can, the color source is more important. Play this. And then, mill a bunch. You can like ultimate this, it doesn't matter. We're ahead, we have 2 Tutelages in play. Yep. We're just gonna play an untap land so we can activate this. He's fetching now in case he misses. I think. Okay, he didn't miss. I haven't been saying if we got him to miss. Play the untapped land. Casting dig. That's fine. We can mill in response. That seems okay. We're probably gonna lose our hand, right? This exiles hands and graveyards. So Orbs of Warding. Holy moly, that's a good thing I got rid of those. Holy crap. Okay, so Null's actually pretty good here. Haven't seen Vault, and there's also no Ugin here. But he's 2 turns away from Ugin. So we can mill 4 on our draw step, and then we can just loot again and mill another 4. So I think he's dead at this point. I can't imagine he has any more Orbs of Warding. If he has like 3, that's insane. I can't, like, that's so many to have in your sideboard. But that makes me glad I brought Null in, makes me want to bring in more in. But as you can see, like, Ashiok's just really good against us. He's gonna dig through time again. Okay, it's fine. You still can't cast Perilous Vault and activate in the same turn. It's weird, he hasn't hit a Jace off this yet, and he's milled a bunch of cards. I guess only 12. There's 1 Tutelage gone. So I can't imagine him like not ultimating Ashiok here. Yep, that's fine. So we're at 24. We've already milled several Silumgars. Is this Tassiger? Okay. Tassiger's kind of a problem. But like I said, he only has a couple turns left. And a Morph? Oh, Stratus Dancer? Okay. Yeah, I think it's worth it. We'll just loot now. This is probably encountered, so it's better to loot. I'm gonna keep the land, because in case we draw Magnetic Insight, something to discard. These are down 9 cards. Still haven't milled an Ugin. That's kind of, so I think he probably has one. Right. So yeah, I think we're probably gonna get Ugin next turn, and then it's gonna be hard for us to win after that. Yeah, Ashiok's really good against us. Ugin's obviously really good against us. Plus is Ashiok. Still have 1 Tutelage left. There's Ugin, -3. If we can just draw the Tutelage off the top, that means like Oh, we have to be able to like do it and mill. Hmm. Probably not gonna get there because we're on 2-turn clock. Yeah, we drew 2 lands. Yeah, turn 8 Ugin is hard for us to beat. Yeah, he just has lethal on board. And he has counter magic up with the dragon in play. We have no graveyard to treasure cruise from. We just drew lands. Okay. Game was really close, but we didn't have any counter spells for the Ashiok. So it does have creatures, obviously. Maybe I just want Rose over Fire Impulse. That kills Tasigur. Put these nulls in. Okay, we'll try this out. So like I said, blue-black, it seems like I like the perfect matchup because they have more disruption than any other kind of like deck, like creature decks. It's actually harder, I feel, than like playing against like green-white or even like Abzan or something like that. Like that was our first loss of the tournament so far, that game. Okay, we'd like to play first. Okay, this hand's fine, we'll keep it. We have early cycle. We have a Tutelage. Looks like our opponent has an iffy hand. He's thinking about his mulligan. Start with our cliffs and say go. So we kept. Basic land, okay. I think we'll just say go. So that means he's probably representing like he has a counter spell, but he doesn't have any tap lands. Ooh, Jace, okay. We're gonna be able to roast that. We have a Tutelage. Just play the Tutelage when we can. Oh. Let's minimize our graveyard and pop ours out. So we discarded a land. Tap land, okay. Let's roast this guy. You can negate it if you want, that's fine. Nope. I think we're gonna voice discarding the archive. Now we have lands for the insight. We just milled a bunch of lands, a bunch of fetch lands, like 2 fetch lands, 2 tap lands. So we can insight and treasure cruise next turn. This is Ashiok. Now Ashiok's too slow, I think. Now we're just like so far ahead in the. We're just going crazy now. Oh, he's digging already? Okay. He hasn't played a land yet. Like one disruption spell, like a Thoughtseize, will be kind of annoying, but since we have 2 things in our hand, I'm not too worried. We're in great shape this game. Archive's sweet, but it just like seems so awkward because it's 5 mana and it doesn't do anything when you play it. Or I'll just be like casting my draw spells. Even though it's obviously insane once you have in play your draw spells. There's Thoughtseize, okay. Takes the treasure cruise. A tap land. So never saw. Put card on bottom. Never saw. What's it called? There's Ashiok gone. Vault, but we did see orbs. Hopefully, like he just plays it next turn, slams it, and we get to annul it. Don't want that anymore. Yep. Whew. Got pretty lucky there. I guess we'll just play it on top land and say go. Represent something. And we'll just tutelage. Alright, well we got nothing. Just Jace, okay. We'll discard the fountain. I guess we'll treasure cruise for the full amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please resolve. Oh my gosh. Drew lands. We're just gonna loot now. Discard the gain life tap land. The other orbs is gone. Don't see Ugin anywhere. Kind of whiffed. Drew a lot of lands. No dig through time. Couple Stone Guards in the graveyard. Tasker's gone too. You can flip this. He doesn't have like Disperse, does he? No. Okay, so he only has 7 cards left. I think we actually have this one now, no matter what. Especially if this lives. So he gets a mill for 2, goes to 5. Mill again goes to 3. If he looted, he's at 2. Yeah. Yep. So flipped. I don't know what he's looking for at this point. Thought sees me, okay. We got Jace, that's fine. Let's do something crazy like that. There's that instant that shuffles your graveyard into your library. Let's see, I think we got him. Whew. Like I said, like this matchup's the toughest just because there's so much permission. He's digging? Okay. That's fine. I'll let him do it. I could have milled in response, but I'll just let him do it. That's fine. Yeah. Whew. So it looks like we should be 4-0, which is great. That means we qualify for the standard championship thingy. Yeah, we won. Alright, we got 1 round to go. Hopefully we can go 5-0. But this deck's pretty sweet. I'm having lots of fun with it. Yeah. It's the final round of our qualifier. We're on the draw again. This hand's fine. Turn 2 Jace, followed up with, like, if you draw land at Insight, we can loot away maybe the Whelming Wave or an extra Treasure Cruise. We can keep this. Black greens. Probably Abzan. He put the card on top. Land's good. Definitely need those. Whelming Wave's generally good against green decks. Hopefully he's not... He doesn't have a spot removal spell for this Jace. Hanger back. Everyone's playing hanger back. I'm fine with that. It's not really good against us. Like, we're never... If we're ever going to kill it, it's going to be with, like, Anger of the Gods. It's good in the grindy matchup, so this card's really impressive. It seems so, like, unassuming. Just a Doom Traveler that costs more. But just so powerful. Dromoka's Command. Yuck. Okay. Could Insight and hope to hit a land, or we can just play Jace. I like just playing Jace here. So he misses land drop. I'm not too worried about this. It's a slow clock. And ultimate price. 2 cheap removal spells. Well, there's Tutelage. Can't cast anything yet, but we're not under any pressure. A fourth land gets us Whelming Wave. So get the card at top. Do you keep like a one lander, keep the land on top, or do you keep this on top? So we already used a Dromoka's command. It's good. And he didn't have another one. All right. Well, we got nothing yet. We really need to draw a land so we can insight. I really don't want to like, throw off Send to Sleep until we can kick it or like have a spell mastery. Where we are at 13. So we're running pretty low, but like he's mana screwed, yeah. And there's a land. So we can insight now. So if we play on tap land, we can't cast Treasure Cruise this turn. Put that on the bottom. We don't need that anymore. We might just Whelming Wave this turn. Yeah, we definitely need to. There's a land. Okay. Put a card on bottom. Anger would be pretty great top deck. Another hanger back. We can get greedy and like insight first. That doesn't seem worth it. I think we're gonna draw lands because we're like Treasure Cruise soon, so I'm just gonna play this land. And now our Send to Sleep is on. And a Fenza, okay. I think we do want to tap that. Because we don't want to go to 3 because then we get killed by Siege Rhino. I was hoping he'd first main phase a creature. No such luck. So we milled 1 Siege Rhino. It's at 32 cards. Morph. So that's Den Protector. You can flip it and get back Dromoka's command. We're gonna insight first, discarding this Fountain. The Fountain's pretty good here. I think we're gonna fetch. Actually, we need to draw like Anger or something to kill these, or else we're pretty screwed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, well there's Anger. Okay, he just conceded. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I guess that's 12 looks. There's 3 Siege Rhinos together. Yeah, well, we got him. Alright, great job, team. So here, Whelming Wave's pretty good. We like so in these kind of matchups where they probably can't take out all the removal. I like to cut the Jaces, just because they're gonna die. I'll hammer it seems like too slow. I just want to be more controlling. Like we played 2 Jaces that game and they instantly died. I'm gonna put the negates in and Fiery Impulse, just 1. We cut the Siege. Another Fire Impulse. We'll try that. So negates. It's pretty good. Like there's enough things where I'm happy bringing in the 4. So we're on the draw. We're Opponent mulligan, we're at the mulligan. Like, if this had one more land, I keep it, because then we're guaranteed a Tormenting Voice. But then again, we have 26 lands in the deck. We can voice away Insight. I'm going to keep it. It's really risky. But there's an Anger. Anger's pretty good in this matchup. Because it's a Scry land. Alright. Let's get a land. Whew. The fetch and response. Down the bottom. Okay, well, we haven't seen a land yet. So I've been too greedy. Boom. Did not get there. Yikes. Alright, it was a little too greedy, I think. If we draw land this turn, we're okay. But I think if we miss this turn, we're probably dead. Okay, good. Whew. Oh, don't know what that was. We're going to discard the Insight because I don't have extra lands right now to discard. Alright, so we can't Anger next turn, but we can Roast. And if he doesn't play another creature, that means his like, hand's really reactive. Okay, so we're at 11. Alright, I think we have to Anger this turn just because we're going to lose to the next Fleece. We're kind of far behind. There's 3 cards in hand. We're going to 6. We have bottom of Whelming Wave. If we're... Well, no creatures. It looks like he has a Wingmate Rock. Yeah, we're just dead. There's nothing we can draw at this point. Wingmate Rock's really good. Alright, yeah, we just missed our second land drop. Kept a very greedy hand. Our opponent didn't curve out that well, but it was good enough. Maybe I don't want Fire Impulse. Rather have Encase and Ice. And this Whelming Wave. We'll try that. See how that goes. And yes, we like to play first. Alright, this hand's fine. We can keep this. No cycle, but we have Tutelage and Anger. Play Scryland first. Our opponent mulligan again. Down the bottom. No land. So we really need to draw some cycle. Magical Line's lagging a little bit. No tap land, so no play this turn either. We're going to play land, just play Tutelage and say go. Could have Dromoka's Command, but if he Dromoka's Commands, that means like he's probably not killing a creature. Or he doesn't have a creature to play. But you can't actually play Dromoka's Command to kill an enchantment on an empty board. You have to have like a target. No land. Okay. Build a land in an ultimate price. So yeah, see, he still has removal in there, and by cutting the Jaces, he has no targets. Rules to kill this. And play our tap land. Say go. We could have waited on the Anger, but he, yeah. So he's still mana screwed. Let's see. If we fetch, we can't quite dig, so just play tap land. It's probably a little too greedy just to Anger away the one guy. Because Nilo plays this turn. He didn't Dromoka's Command there. Another Fleeceman Lion. I guess we'll Insight. We'll discard the Pain land. Looking for another Anger. We'll play Tormenting Voice. Discard the Mountain. Guess we'll insight, discarding the Bloodstained Mire. Now we have negate up. Also dig. So we're already halfway through the deck. Still no Dramoka's command from our opponents. Let's see if he decides to play anything here. Okay, he does. So we're gonna dig. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a. We don't need the Tutelage. I'll just take the one of the removal spells, roast, and the insight. So we take 2 removal spells, but I'll just take 1 and try to dig. Yeah, so we'll insight first. Discard the blue source. Still no removal spell. We're gonna roast and just say go. So we're taking 6 damage a turn, so we need to find answers to these guys. Even though, like, we're way ahead, we're still gonna die in a couple turns with these guys. Is he not pumping? He should be pumping, or like, yeah, so us wasting that anger, it might come back to cost us this match. There's a 3rd land. We haven't seen a Whelming Wave either, and we dug. Okay, there's a Whelming Wave, good. So yeah, we'll wave. And Tutelage. So I didn't see what he did with the Scry. Put a card on top. And a Fenza. Okay, that's not the end of the world. He might just be dead here depending on our draws. We can loot. Okay, Send to Sleep was insane. I guess we'll just loot. In case we draw like a Treasure Cruise. We'll discard that Mountain, play the Radiant Fountain. He's at 8. I'm just keeping the gate up. We're not dying anytime soon, and he's just dead. Next turn, he has 7 cards left in his deck. Could Send to Sleep here, but I don't think it's worth it. Yep. All right. Well, that's the end of our qualifier. We got a little lucky. Some of these games, our opponents mulliganed, but we did go 5-0. That's pretty impressive. This deck seems fun and cute. Like Sphinx Tutelage just seems like a very casual card, but I think it's impressive. I think it's really good, actually. I played with it a couple days before, and it's worked out, and going 5-0 in this qualifier is pretty insane. Well, I hope you enjoyed the videos, and thanks for watching.